Good evening. Welcome to the storm update for January 9th, 2024. It is 9 p.m. and we have our warm front, should I say, lifting northward. It's been lifting northward through this evening. Originally, it was centered around southern New Jersey earlier this evening, and over the past 2 hours has steadily risen through central New Jersey and now pushing through New York City and portions of north central Pennsylvania and back down towards West Virginia. While that's happening, our winds continue from the south southeast around 10 to 20 miles per hour at times, pushing up to 30 miles per hour, with gusts pushing as high as 49, 50 miles per hour. We still haven't reached our peak potential for wind gusts. So heavy rainfall is found throughout the region. With when you get like these four dots here, like this, that means you're getting very heavy rainfall. And so you're seeing this plus RA. That means heavy rainfall. So certainly some very rough conditions out there, very impressive rainfall throughout the region. When we take a look at our latest radar and surface map from WeatherTap, again, plenty of flooding reports, plenty of wind damage reports. The majority of the wind damage reports appear to be down trees. Now, this makes a lot of sense because you have a lot of rainfall, the ground is already saturated, and now you're adding in these strong wind gusts, and the trees are going to be able to give much easily, and that's what allows them to fall. And of course, if we have any dead trees, that enhances that potential even more. We haven't seen a lot of flood reports yet, but I expect that to increase as we move on through the evening hours and into the overnight period. Meanwhile, we're starting to see signs of squall lines. Again, our subtropical our jet stream at 850 millibars remains very strong here. We're seeing knots of 80 knots right now. Supposedly it's going to get up to around 90, 95 knots. We're already seeing flickering of lights. We've been seeing a lot of, and there goes the power. And well, it just went off. It came right back on. So there we go. We're having this live right now. Power going on and off. Generators already going to be kicking on at this rate. So we're certainly seeing a lot of those impacts. Sounds like a freight train outside with these strong winds, and of course the heavy rainfall. We're already exceeded 1.38 inches here in Freehold, and that's continuing to continue to grow throughout the night. We're easily going to be pushing over 2 inches at this point. Taking a look at some of the satellite, this is the infrared satellite picture, and you can see the lines of convection setting up within this heavy rain band. So here's one lifting area. You can see the influence of some gravity waves in here. Very impressive. Here's our another line. Here's a very strong line developing over eastern Pennsylvania, down through portions of Maryland and Delaware. And then here's a final line that's coming through here on the water vapor satellite picture. What's really interesting about the water vapor satellite picture is that you can really see the rising and sinking air. So obviously in this area, you're seeing a lot of rising air, but you see this here, this tells me more than this. Why? Because if you're seeing this type of sinking air, that means you're getting very strong rising motion here and here. Because remember, there has to be a counterbalance. So we're seeing that counterbalance showing up here, and then really impressive on the edge of this, ahead of the upper level low, which is out here. You're seeing very strong lifting with our final wave, final line. So the forecast continues on. We continue on with heavy rain all the way on through. This squall line really has me concerned late tonight from 11 p.m. on through 2 a.m. That line's going to march from west to east through the Delaware River Valley towards New York City and the Jersey Shore by midnight, through Long Island and Connecticut as we move on through the early morning hours. The good news for tomorrow morning's rush hour is that by 5 a.m., the bulk of this is over. We'll still be windy, but we won't see the heavy rainfall. We'll still have to deal with the aftermath of this impact with heavy rainfall, with, should I say, flash flooding, river flooding, urban flooding, down trees, power outages. Hopefully that stays the same. And we'll see how this all works out. So a very stormy evening continuing, and I will continue to provide the latest details and updates. And as always, stay safe out there.